Hi, I'm Ryan Harding, and today on this video we're going to talk about fixed rates versus adjustable rate mortgages. What's best for you? You know, which one should you do? So let me pull up a flyer I've created that I'm going to use to help kind of explain this here for us. So we're going to start with an example here. Okay, so we're assuming a $350,000 loan on a fixed loan rate. Let's say the rate is 5%. On an adjustable rate mortgage, let's say the rate is 4.5%, okay? So essentially, you're getting a savings of 0.5% by doing an adjustable rate mortgage, okay? Let's say this adjustable rate mortgage is only fixed for 5 years, and then obviously after those 5 years, it varies. It'll adjust, most likely go up, okay? So that first 5 years, you can see right here, you've gained essentially $9,000 in equity by doing an adjustable rate mortgage. So if you were to, pay off that loan after 5 years or refinance again, you would know that, hey, I made a right choice for 5 years, right? Because I saved essentially an additional $9,000 by doing that, okay? Now, after 6 years, now the loan is adjusting, right? And so now that interest rate has gone up, and now you're only saving about $5,000 versus a fixed rate loan, okay? After 7 years, it all of a sudden flips, okay? And now instead of saving money by doing that ARM, you're actually losing money. And had you done a fixed rate mortgage, you would have saved about $5,000, okay? And then after 8 years, you can see, hey, now all of a sudden that fixed rate mortgage is actually coming out ahead by a lot, right? $18,000 after 8 years, okay? So that begs the question, hey, should I do an adjustable rate mortgage or should I do a fixed rate mortgage? The answer is it depends. It depends on how long you're going to keep that mortgage for, and if you're going to be able to stay under the time frame. So if it's an adjustable rate mortgage that's fixed for 5 years or 7 years or 10 years, and you're not going to keep that loan longer than that period of time, then I'd say, yeah, hey, it makes sense. Let's do it. But if you're going to keep it longer than that, a fixed rate loan may end up still being better, even though you would get a lower payment initially. Over the long term, you're saving more in interest by doing a fixed rate, okay? Now, let me add one kind of hurdle to this, I guess, is in this scenario, we're saying, hey, a fixed rate would be 5%, an adjustable rate would be 4.5. In reality, a lot of times interest rates vary, and sometimes there's not that much of there's not that much love for an adjustable rate mortgage. Sometimes the rate on a fixed rate might be 5%, but an adjustable might be 4.875 or 4.75, meaning there's not a whole lot of love to do an adjustable rate mortgage versus a fixed rate mortgage. And so a lot of times I say, hey, just do the fixed rate. Even though, yes, the adjustable rate is an eighth better or maybe a quarter better, it may not be worth it, for that added anxiety, essentially, of doing an adjustable rate mortgage that is not fixed forever, right? It's only fixed for a certain period of time. And so, obviously, what I would say with all of these things is, hey, counsel with me. Talk to me. Let's talk about where rates are. I'll tell you if it makes sense. If it makes sense to do an adjustable rate mortgage now, or if you should do a fixed rate mortgage. Most of the time, we do fixed rate mortgages. But that's really only because lately, adjustable rate mortgages don't have a lot lower interest rate. They're not much lower, and so fixed rate ends up coming up on top, especially because it's fixed and you don't have that anxiety of knowing, hey, am I going to move? I need to refinance because that fixed rate is coming due. It's just nice to have that security. So as always, reach out to me if you have any individual questions. I'm happy to answer them and help you out with your mortgage.